Hello everybody, welcome back into the stream today. Welcome to RoostleMania Plus Top 4. I am RoostleMania, this is Big M. We're both representing the KC's very own Let Me Fly esports organization, and we're getting right into it with winners finals, Toffee versus Ploopy. Big M, what do you think about the top 8 that we've seen so far? The losers 8s, losers quarters, winners semis, what do you think about it?
It's been insane competition. We've had a lot of intense sets, a lot of game 4s, a lot of game 5s, a lot of players really putting their whole heart into these games and these sets, and it's been quite the slobber knocker. I will say though, things haven't gone super crazy. We haven't had any major upsets other than Shaibu, who has had an impeccable run, but
yeah, Trado, I mean, all the pop-offs from all of Show Me's competitors,
insane.
Probably the highlight of the tournament so far for me, but we're gonna see if something in top 4, goes beyond all those crazy pop-offs and upsets, because we're gonna be getting into winners finals here soon. And let me tell you, this is a bit of a rivalry. Toffee and Ploopy have somewhat of a friendly hatred towards one another, where they both are constantly talking about how they're gonna cook one another in the sets, and usually feelings end up getting hurt, but all in the good way, all in good fun, all in the teasing sort of way. And we're gonna get right into it soon here. They're taking a selfie Zomba Genesis style before they played the set. It's absolutely phenomenal to see. I wish you could see it up there. But I'm excited to see this set. I'm excited for losers. We have losers semis, which is GamerDog versus Justin. GamerDog, the only non-Kansas City rep left after Shadow was eliminated.
Yeah. So it's going to be an interesting one for sure. We're going to have quite the race to the finish. A bunch of KC classics along the way. Like you mentioned, these two have a little bit of a rivalry, trying to one-up each other constantly. Speaking of one-up each other, it's very big for the KC scene, especially the 3 players left, as our PR season's coming to a close. So this is going to be one of those marquee events that really is one of those deciding factors on how high they kind of end up on that power rank.
This is the last chance for all of these Kansas City players to make their case as #1 in the region. And Kansas City, one of the most, if not the most stacked region in the Heartland Midwest. So that being #1 on that PR is a very big deal. So we're going to see people fighting for that.
All right.
I'm standing by what I said. I'm standing by it. We're going to get into it here. Oh, it looks like we are getting Palutena versus R.O.B. I know that Ploopy really hates the Palutena matchup as like Game & Watch. Still thinks it's even, but personally dislikes it. But I honestly don't think that R.O.B. into Palutena is any better than Game & Watch into Palutena. If anything, it's worse. So we're going to see here what Ploopy's cooking. Obviously Ploopy's up there and I'm over here. So we're going to see what exactly is cooking here, and I'm excited to hop into it.
Yeah, I mean, I forget which vocal it was. It was either Battle Phase or Code Red, but Ploopy did pull out the R.O.B. It was actually a Code Red. Ploopy did pull out the R.O.B. and actually ended up beating Toffee in a set. So it's most definitely proved its mettle before, but can it do it on the big stage, Mr. Price? That's a big question.
That's indeed. Toffee has been on a little bit something special this tournament. Eliminated Justin defeated Justin in winners semifinals in order to get here in the winners finals, and definitely has that fire in the belly to take down the boy genius and move into grands, to cook him, so to speak.
Yes, a lot of cooking going on, and that's a big thing in this matchup. R.O.B. has a lot of those moves that utilize that gas, that burner, the nair, the back air. There's some of the most potent moves.
Wow. Speaking of potent, a double SD to start off this game 1. That's how you know we're gonna get some peak smash here.
Hey, Mr. Mice, they should leave the flying to us.
Leave the flying to us.
They did. They got grounded, but only one of these 2 players can come out on top. We got a 2-stock game. Toffee is starting out hot.
It's funny that you bring up Let Me Fly, because something I tweeted about before this top 8 started is this has really been a battle of the orgs, right? We have Atomic, who had 2 reps in top 8. Let Me Fly had 2 reps in top 8. Show Me had 2 reps in top 8. And then there was the last 2 reps weren't part of another org. There we have Ploopy from Run It Down and GamerDog from Video View. But it really has been a showdown between orgs right now. Toffee repping the newly acquired Atomic sponsor. So we're going to see, I know that Toffee was talking about how being sponsored has definitely put a little bit more of a fire for competition within him. So I'm very excited to see how that really translates to someone who has been the biggest annoyance for him over these past few months.
Annoyance is the right word, but you have the fly swatter into that back air. Gonna take a stock, and now Ploopy is sitting at a stock deficit here. I'm very excited to see these 2 clash, but kind of going back to that org battle that you mentioned, feels like we're on the cusp of like a second or maybe even third golden age in KC Smash, as all these sponsors are starting to get into the scene because there's just so much hidden talent to kind of kindle a fire in these players.
I've been talking about it on my YouTube channel for so long, but Kansas City really is one of the strongest regions in the United States right now. You know, definitely no bias there for me, of course. But we see with this game 1 specifically, we're going to see Ploopy get that second kill, bringing it to last stock, 75% on Ploopy, which is definitely nothing to scoff at, but it's definitely not insurmountable. You know, especially with a few good strings here from R.O.B, this game could be even in the blink of an eye.
Yes, blink of an eye indeed. He was actually blinking there because he had that gyro stored up. I mean, honestly, a lot of players, though, opt to not even utilize that full stored up gyro, because you see, it gives it a lot more momentum, and it's a lot harder to kind of just re-grab and combo with.
Exactly, there we go, shooting out the laser to try to cover the recovery. Yeah, there we go. The descending Nair is going to be able to get Toffee back towards center, but the Nair sends Ploopy up. Toffee looks to chase with the back air, gets hit by the gyro instead. Ploopy now has Toffee on the ledge. Toffee in disadvantage, avoids the back air, gets in with the forward air, and now it's Ploopy on the opposite side of the stage, throwing out all the projectiles to try and cover his return to the center.
Yeah, this has been an action-packed back-and-forth game. This last stock really got us on the edge of our seats, because whoever can find this game and put themselves in the set lead will have a big advantage going on.
Big momentum shift for sure going into the rest of the set, but right now it's looking pretty even, so to speak. I mean, obviously Toffee has the percentage lead. You know, a lot of things from Palutena will kill at this percentages, but, you know, R.O.B could easily bring this game back in just one good strike. Speaking of a good strike, Toffee finds that dash attack with so much armor on that shield and will end up closing out game 1 at only 81%. They got a little bit close there at the end, but honestly, that was still a good performance from both players. A little dominant towards the middle of it from Toffee, but I think this is they're pretty fairly matched.
Yeah, it showed that these two are even matched, and they were trading blows up and down. Honestly, Toffee just kind of locked in and played very solid in that last advantage exchange.
Ooh, we're seeing the Game Watch come out. Shout out to Keith, who called it the Toffee-tena. I really like that name. Toffee-tena is great. Here we go, though. Running it to the Game & Watch. I think this is a better matchup on paper, but I know that Ploopy is less fond of this matchup personally. May have just been experimenting with the R.O.B to see how it did, but now we're going to see Ploopy's main, the tried and true, the character that earned him the moniker of Boy Genius, the Mr. Game & Watch.
Yes, this Game & Watch has been a pain in the side of the KC scene ever since it started tearing through our VR, and I'm excited for Ploopy to pull it out here. Obviously, it's funny because this Palutena was touted as the Ploopy killer, as the one who had to put that Game & Watch away, but obviously Ploopy could just get the job done with this pure raw talent.
And of course, we have seen, you know, historically in the competitive scene that Palutena does have some good counterplay against Game & Watch. I'm not going to say one way or the other how that matchup goes, but it's definitely better than a lot of Toffee's other characters. You know, we saw Raflo get maybe the biggest upset at Genesis X over Mia, which was obviously huge for people's perception of this matchup, especially with recency bias factoring in. The down throw back air not going to quite kill. Ploopy gets a full bucket off of that side B, which is definitely one thing I think Game & Watch has an advantage in this matchup, is that bucket is so easy to fill up really fast. But if you can't land that bucket like Ploopy didn't just there, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it is an interesting counterplay because bucket is a temporary reflector. You know, it's only reflecting until it's full, and when you have to empty it out, kind of like that stock just got emptied with that up smash. I mean, Toffee honestly playing to all of his advantages right now.
Exactly. We saw a great call out with that up smash, but Toffee is still at 95%. And while Palutena can make this back up, when you're against a character like Game & Watch who can get down smash, F smash at around 70 at ledge and kill you, this percent deficit is a lot bigger of a deal than it was last game with R.O.B.
Yes, indeed. Oh, see it. Ploopy tries to use that down smash in 2 frames. It gets the key to connect, but Toffee's still sitting pretty at 150.
Here we go, 150 on the ledge. A lot of rage, but unless you can really find that critical opening against Game & Watch, it's not going to matter. Has Ploopy up in the air now, chasing with the up air, avoids the down air very smartly. Wow, spacing on immaculate on that one, but Ploopy gets the grab into the forward throw. Now Toffee's off stage, trying to avoid the ledge trap there, but doesn't quite avoid the back air. Will lose that second stock at around 160%, and Ploopy's in a really good spot heading into this last stock.
Yeah, I'm liking where Ploopy is. That stock advantage is going to put him very far ahead. And one combo starter, but the Nair is on the wrong side. Toffee looking for the up air. The extension on the explosion, giving him just enough oomph. to send Ploopy to the left.
And just like with the second stock, we saw Toffee nab that kill by calling out Ploopy's options, whether it be a jump in or a double jump in midair. It seems like Toffee is kind of in Ploopy's head a little bit with this game 1 or game 2, but it seems as though Ploopy can kind of just make up for it with these killer combos. You might have the reads, but at the end of the day, you have to make those reads count. And now, with 120% on the board, Toffee's gonna have to make some magic happen in order to make those reads matter towards a game win.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what put this kid on the map. His devastating advantage state put a lot of our PR players on their behind because they were not ready for the just insane advantage that Game & Watch contains and just Ploopy's reaction time. You saw there, he set that bomb right at the right place. An even Steven game 3.
Yeah, you see that last stock, it was even for both players, and then Ploopy just decided not to get hit anymore. Yeah. And it was over. And we saw, you know, Toffee try to use the side B to cover his first back onto the ledge, but Ploopy was just able to drop in a fair. And in that lag of using the side B, there was no way that Toffee could have avoided that. So heading into game 3, we're going to see a repeat matchup. No one's trying to play around with their character anymore. It is a it's a slugfest. It's a slugfest between these two players looking to throw down.
Let's do it. A throwdown in my hometown. We got both players hailing from KC, and they're just doing the whole thing here.
Absolutely. Here we go. We see an early combo from Ploopy, evening up the percents right now. Toffee descends with the nair, but the nairs of Ploopy's own comes back, reflects the up air, gets it. We see that a lot with Meister versus Light especially, where Light will shine an up air and then get an attack, most commonly up air, out of that reflected up air from Game & Watch. And a lot of times that leads into a kill. I think at a bit higher of a percent, Toffee could lead into something like that with Palutena up air, but in that specific instance right there, it didn't quite lead into much. And now Toffee is off stage in disadvantage yet again against Game & Watch ledge trapping, but it seems to be able to turn it around here. Let's see what Toffee can get out of this.
That is what makes Toffee so hard to pin down. You see him in a disadvantaged scenario, and then he just swings back. He has the fighter's will to always be fighting out of the corner, and then that put Ploopy on off stage into that F smash is just gonna connect.
Wow, and look at Toffee extending his advantage state, taking advantage of Ploopy being overly aggressive and using it to get those combo strings that Palutena is so well known for. Now pops onto the ledge, had an opportunity to get killed there, but Ploopy didn't take advantage of it. And now at 57%, Ploopy's really gonna have to start taking the stock because Game & Watch, as a light character that can sometimes struggle to find kill moves up in the higher percents, needs to get this kill now or be faced with a tremendous deficit like that one as Toffee gets another call out up air, going up 3 stocks to 1 in this game 3. Ploopy in a terrible position here. We're gonna see what Ploopy's gonna do to try to bring this game back.
And the nairs are in tow. I was scouted it out earlier that first game, you know, Ploopy, when he lets Toffee sit on these stocks and get this rage, that up air is going to become a demon. Honestly, gonna take those stocks at super early percents, and even the answer back from Ploopy has a hollow ring to it as he's still down an entire stock.
Indeed, 19%. The down tilt was able to close out that first stock, but it seems like the nair is doing the most work on this second one here. Toffee trying to get back onto the stage, try to get the grab there, but the up B from Ploopy. Smart up B there, preemptive. Able to get Toffee in once again, disadvantage state on the ledge. Tries to get back into the nair. Ploopy down here is drawn to the stage. Now at the ledge yet again. Toffee's ledge trapping has actually been so good throughout this set. When you think of these two characters and which one has better ledge trapping, you immediately think of Game & Watch. But it's been Toffee who's been getting the most out of these ledge situations. And I wonder if Ploopy is going to want to go to a larger stage if you're thinking about a game 4 by this point in order to avoid those situations.
Yeah, but thinking about game 4, Ploopy's thinking about game 4, but him going up 2-1, you can see he already still has the fire. As he lands that fair, it immediately tries to attack. These nairs are going out and ringing hollow, but he can just send out another, and this is a full combo Rister Mice. We're already at 43.
These are the kind of moments where Toffee can falter. You know, up by 3 stocks to 1, but now you're down. You're starting to get annoyed, but the call out with the F smash is gonna take that game 3 for Toffee. It doesn't matter how much down you are. It doesn't matter if you're mounting a comeback. It doesn't matter if you're annoyed. I'm just gonna F smash you and you're gonna run into it.
Man, that must have been a whisper from an oracle because the goddess wings came at the right time and sent him packing.
Divine intervention is looking out for Toffee.
Yes. Oh, well, Ploopy kind of assume the role of the demon and find his way to be the antithesis to that insane game 3. I don't know.
If Ploopy's gonna be the demon here, allow me to be devil's advocate for a second. We saw Ploopy almost make that 3-stock comeback for this game 3. And even though Toffee is heading into this game 4 with that momentum from that call-out F smash, I think Ploopy is kind of coming into this game 4 with a little bit of the neutral momentum, because that was almost an extremely impressive comeback that Ploopy mounted. So Ploopy's kind of like polished their play a little bit heading into this game 4, and we're gonna see how that affects things.
Yeah, I mean, to the layman, it feels like Toffee has all the momentum in the world, but you know, Ploopy and his little mentality, he already knows, oh, I was so close to winning that game, he got lucky, and he's gonna put it all on black here and show us why. Everything in his mind is actually the truth.
That's the Ploopy way, you know, dear viewers. Ploopy is the embodiment of the nah, I'd win panel. You know, Ploopy is just like, I don't care, I'm better. And, you know, we're definitely seeing that mentality come out a little bit here, just going up to Toffee, going for those down airs, going for those moves. But Toffee just as willing to scrap and has slightly better tools at those mid-ranges where Nair, the fish bucket, won't quite reach, but Palutena's long staff will indeed.
Yes, indeed. And bringing it back to the references, this is the greatest KC player of our time versus the greatest KC player of all time. In history.
My goodness, it really is. Tried to get the down air there, misses the grab and gets hit by the down tilt. Ploopy taking a good lead here in this game 4, but this is not, while it's not negligible, it's nothing that Toffee can't easily make back with a well-placed back air, especially here off stage.
Yeah, I am liking the usage of the tilts from Ploopy now, but he actually drops a Nair combo, very uncharacteristic. Gonna have to eat this ledge trap now. Well, that's one fatal mistake that he will not forget. Atomic Toffee doing the ledge trap thing, the double down tilt. Ploopy rolls right onto stage and gets out of jail with that uppy.
I've noticed that Toffee doesn't really go for those edge guard situations. I'm used to Toffee going out there and trying to hit a back air against certain other opponents, but against Ploopy, it seems as though he's just not willing to risk it. And honestly, I don't necessarily blame you when you're up against a character like Game & Watch, who can try and attempt a reversal without really risking your own safety that much.
Exactly, yes. The reversals on this character are insane, but Toffee's mash is more insane, and the random kill option once again coming out from Toffee.
Wow, that was some Christmas cherry mash, and the random 9. That is the Game & Watch classic.
Yeah.
You are not a Game & Watch main if you don't accidentally misinput side B and get 9 out of it. That is the most heartbreaking thing to see as a Game & Watch player, because you're like, there's my 9 for the month wasted on a misinput.
Might be. Well, gonna have to hit the lottery some other time, young man. And Ploopy is on the bad end here. It just seems like luck is not coming his way.
Okay, wait, Toffee, yeah, Toffee doesn't go out that deep for an edge guard against Game & Watch. Makes a lot of sense to me, but the percents are now essentially even, and with that back air at ledge, Toffee bringing this game all the way back and is now in the lead himself against Ploopy here.
Yeah, and I have to call it out. Ploopy kind of did the Game & Watch classic. If it did not work at first, try it 3 more times, and unfortunately he got punished the exact same way every time.
It's kind of the Smash Ultimate classic. We like to give Game & Watch a lot of crap, and that's kind of the Smash Ultimate classic.
Yes.
Here we go. Tries to play with that down tilt. What got Ploopy the first stock to begin with, but eats 2 back airs in a row. Goes deep for the third one, like I was mentioning earlier. Oh, has the edge guard situation against the down air. It's gonna kill! Toffee with the raw spike is gonna take it over Ploopy. 3-1, moving into grand finals from winner's side and casting Ploopy down, careening into the loser's bracket.
Yeah. Toffee had a game plan and he executed. I mean, you could see that he had razzled Ploopy after that second stock. Those back airs were just sublime. And honestly, I love that we ended the game with a classic Toffee edge guard, because you were mentioning it. It is very off kilter for Toffee to not go for those deep edge guards, but he loves to kind of do that with all of his characters. So it was only natural to kind of come out at the last moment there.
Seems as though our capture card is having an issue.
Yeah, I wasn't making it.
Seems as though we're darkness on the screen. It'd be like that sometimes.
It really does. It really does. But honestly, when you have plus ultra gameplay like that, it's just gonna go insane.
I don't even know what image was like this.
It's like it was just
I saw Incineroar.
I like that.
Oh boy. Well, capture card is back now, thankfully. Bring it back to us.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, he's sponsored by Let Me Fly.
Yeah, I'm Let Me Fly. You haven't had the Let Me Fly up this entire. I'm wearing the hoodie.
He was literally signed before me.
I introduced us as Let Me Fly's very own.
Real.
It's okay. Speaking of sponsors as well, I see Toffee's Atomic Gaming
in the house.
In the chat, in the Twitch chat. I am reading your guys' messages down here, and I can literally see Atomic freaking out over this Toffee win. And honestly, why wouldn't you? You just announced the sponsorship today, and he's sitting in grand finals from winner's side. I'd be popping off too.
Yeah, your player, obviously, you guys gave him the right amount of fire. It's kind of like I don't know, it's kind of like just the right amount of circumstances for him to pretty much win this entire thing. Toffee is always that OG KC GOAT that can beat any single one of our top players, regardless who comes up.